Hey guys, Coach Mark here, and let's talk about 5 valid reasons why many people won't actually study the martial arts or self-defense. Now, before I get into these 5 reasons, I think we can probably agree that everybody should have some self-defense knowledge or some martial arts training, just so they feel more confident they can take care of themselves, or just be more aware of their surroundings so they can run away if they sense danger. Reason number 1, they're afraid they're going to get hurt or the teacher is going to be mean to them or talk down to them. Now, this has been a problem in the 70s, in the 80s, probably the 90s. It could still be a problem today. This is why it's important that you find an instructor or coach that you feel confident with. Now, there's many different teaching styles, so you have to pick a teaching style that's right for you. There might be some coaches who train a little bit more intense. There might be more coaches who like to train at a nice level and then ramp it up. It really depends what your personality is and what you're looking for, but you need to understand you should never really be getting intentionally hurt, ever. Things happen, it's an activity, it's a sport, there's contact, but there are ways to make it safe for you. And also my belief is that an instructor or coach should never be mean to you, because if they're the head of the team, they're going to get better results if everyone feels secure, safe, and supported. Now, the second reason is the oddness or weirdness of traditions or industry jargon, as I'm going to say. The uniforms, which are the gis, the belts, the bowing, the way you refer to instructors with these extravagant titles that don't mean anything to you. If you're in the martial arts, it makes more sense, but no one starts in the martial arts. So as a beginner coming in, all this stuff is kind of a put-off to you. You just want to learn martial arts, you want to become a black belt or learn self-defense. So when all of that stuff is in the curriculum right away, it can turn a lot of people off. Don't let that discourage you from learning. It's kind of part of the ritual, kind of the way you do things, but there's some schools that are very more laxed about it. So it depends on what style and what kind of instructor that you're training with, where you might not actually have to do any of that. Now, the third reason, especially if you want to learn self-defense, is that a lot of the techniques you'll see don't actually make any sense. Now, just like you have a variety of everything, including different styles of yoga, there's different styles of martial arts that are focused on different aspects. Some might be focused on Olympic Taekwondo, right? So they're trying to train somebody for the Olympics. Some might be geared towards MMA competitions. Some might be geared towards self-defense. Some just may be more geared towards traditional ways they did it back in Okinawa in the beginning, so, or wherever it's from. So there's different martial arts based on different objectives. So you need to be able to find out, do some research in what you are looking for. If you are looking for a self-defense knowledge, you want to go to a school that specializes in self-defense. Most studios, and I've been around for a long time, most studios are not going to do everything because you can't. You have to train for a specific objective. Right? So for my school, we train for self-defense. As you become a good practitioner of self-defense, we introduce more of the martial arts to you, so you're a really well-rounded martial arts practitioner. But we're not going to train you for competition. Why? Even though we use the same moves and different things, the concepts are different, right? I'm just trying you to get home to your family and pet your dog. I'm not trying to have you fight somebody one-on-one for sport. So the way we have to train, even though the techniques might be extremely similar, is going to be different. So find out what style works for you. Now, the fourth thing is that it's going to seem to take too long to either learn some self-defense knowledge, to get a black belt, or to become a martial artist. What I want you to understand is in my studio, if you're here for 3 months, 3 years, or 30 years, I want to make sure you have a great experience. Not everyone's going to study the martial arts for over 20 years like myself. It's just what you want out of it. So if you're looking for a specific self-defense knowledge, then again, go to a self-defense school that can teach you it from day one. Different schools will teach different things, have different curriculums. So if they're more focused on this area over here, but you want to learn self-defense and that's not for another 2 years and you have to get through all this stuff first, that's not going to be a good fit for you. Look at the studio, talk to the instructor, and it doesn't take long to learn some basic good self-defense. However, to get a black belt, it will take a longer journey, but the fun and the excitement is in the journey and who you're going to become along that process. The fifth and final reason I want to cover is the bad business practitioners of a martial arts school owner. Now, I've seen this a lot, and basically what this comes down to is because martial artists spend so much time on their craft, and then they love it, they want to open up a school, they haven't actually set the business aspect up of how to actually run a successful school, which they're just flying by night. They don't really know what's going on, so they just have all these bad business practices, such as payment for belts, such as long-term contracts, such as things that just are not advantageous for somebody coming in and learning and having a good time. So I'm here to tell you that at my studio, we don't do that. And I'm sure there's tons of other studios that do that, but inherently, as a martial arts industry, we don't do things very well. So that's why it's important to find an instructor you like, a curriculum you like, and then sign up for that school. Now, my final thing to say to you is if you are looking to learn some self-defense, or your family is looking to learn some self-defense, go ahead and do it. The skills that you learn in a martial arts studio can be life skills. The confidence, the discipline, especially for me. I'm a prime example of learning discipline in the martial arts and applying it throughout my life. Those skills will last you your entire lifetime. So the benefits are going to be immense. Just go do it. Main thing, talk to the instructor first. Find out if you jive, if you like them. Make sure they understand what your objectives are. And I'll be honest with you. Some people will come and talk to me and I'm not a right fit for them and they're not a right fit for me. But somebody will be a right fit for them. So in that case, I want to make sure that I can provide the best value of service for my students and keep increasing that value as I expand as a person, a business owner, and a martial artist. So if you're going to do it, go ahead and do it. Have some fun. Stay safe. And I'd love to hear your experiences down below, either good or something you wish was different in a martial arts studio or the industry. Again, Sensei Marc here. 5 reasons why people don't learn self-defense in the martial arts, and I'm really encouraging you to learn.